Yo, what up guys? In this video, I'm reviewing The Killer's Game. Alright, so director of this movie is J.J. Perry, and really the only thing he's directed is Day Shift. So relatively unknown director, but he's done a lot of stunts and he's been in movies as well. But as far as the cast goes, you have a few notable actors in here, starting with Dave Bautista, Sofia Boutella, Pom Klementieff, Terry Crews, Ben Kingsley, just to name a few. This movie is pretty simple. It's about a guy who's a hitman, one of the best in the world, because in these movies, they're always the best in the world, right? It's about the best hitman in the world. He gets diagnosed with some kind of terminal illness, and realizing that he has not a lot of time left, he decides to just put a bounty on himself and go out the way he really made a living. But then right before the bounty's about to begin, he gets a call saying that he doesn't have a terminal illness and that he's free to live a long life. From there, he has to survive the onslaught of all the hitmen in Europe. All right, so this movie, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this can be interesting. This can be like some kind of fun, big keeper, bullet train type movie. That along with throwing in some notable actors, whether it's Pom or Terry Crews, you can have yourself an entertaining movie. And overall, I think that's what this movie was. Just straight entertaining, nothing crazy, nothing that we haven't seen before, but just a good fun time. All right, now let me start with some of the things that I liked. One would be like the gore and the kills in this movie. There are a few scenes in here that they really go all out. They kind of show everything, blood splattering, bullets, kneecaps getting broke. They show everything in here. Another thing is the story. I think just the premise alone is kind of interesting. Just a hitman who puts a hit on himself and then can't get out of it. Now he has to kill all the people coming after him. That's interesting and kind of entertaining in itself. Another thing is this movie kind of reminded me of Bullet Train, along with like The Beekeeper, in terms of it had Bullet Train like title cards or action scenes or even the kind of like feel to the movie, but it also had Beekeeper feel where it was kind of a dull cliche but still entertaining movie. So it kind of had both elements to that. And the last thing I'll say is I think Dave Bautista does a good job. I mean, he's the main character. What do you expect? I mean, they're always going to do a good job for the most part, right? But I mean, I did like his performance, and just the overall movie itself, I think, was entertaining. Now, for some of the cons, I gotta say, the movie kind of peaked, I feel like, in the middle of the movie. I think the first half was good, and it was better than the second half, just because of the way they decided to go story-wise. There's a love interest in this movie, and not that she's bad, but it's just the way that they decide to go. I just feel like the first half of the movie is how they should have kept it and left it, and then towards the very end, you kind of bring in like the second half attributes that they had in here. Along with that, I think Terry Crews, he was in here, but I think he was miscasted or mischaractered, if that's a way to describe it. The character he plays, you can just, it just feels so fake. Like, not him. It should have been someone else, in my opinion. Besides that, this movie's kind of cliche. We've been there, seen that, done that. Nothing noteworthy. This movie probably won't get a sequel. Just a good standoff film. Entertaining, but nothing crazy. And if I had to rate this movie, I'd probably give it a salty popcorn. But those are just my thoughts. Comment below if you saw this and what your thoughts are. I'd be curious to know if people like this, didn't like it, how they feel it throughout. But yeah, guys, those are just my thoughts. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.